Have you ever tried using an AI tool like ChatGPT and felt like you weren't getting the amazing results everyone talks about? You ask it a question, and the answer is, okay, but not great. Well, what if I told you there's a secret skill that can completely transform your experience with AI? It's called prompt engineering, and it's basically the art of talking to AI. So, what exactly is it? Think of an AI like a super smart, incredibly powerful but very literal assistant. It can do almost anything you ask, but you have to ask in the right way. Prompt engineering is the process of carefully crafting your questions or instructions, your prompts, to get the most accurate, relevant, and creative responses possible from AI models. It's not about coding or complex technical skills. It's about language, context, and a little bit of strategy. Imagine you're asking an artist to paint a picture. If you just say, paint a dog, you might get anything. A cartoon poodle, a photorealistic German shepherd, a sad-looking beagle. But if you say, paint a joyful golden retriever puppy with floppy ears and a wagging tail playing in a sunny field of wildflowers, in the style of a watercolor painting, you're going to get something much closer to what you envisioned. That's prompt engineering in a nutshell. You're giving the AI specific details, setting the tone, defining the format, and providing context. Why does this matter so much right now? Well, AI is becoming a part of everything, from writing emails and creating marketing copy to generating code and analyzing huge amounts of data. The people who know how to communicate effectively with these tools are the ones who will have a massive advantage. It's like having a superpower. You can get better results, faster, and unlock creative possibilities you never even thought of. For professionals, it means boosting productivity and staying ahead of the curve. For students, it's a powerful learning aid. For creators, it's an endless well of inspiration. Let's look at a simple example. Instead of asking an AI, write about climate change, a good prompt would be something like, act as an environmental journalist. Write a 500-word article for a general audience explaining the top 3 effects of climate change on ocean ecosystems. Use a clear, engaging, and slightly urgent tone. Please include a short introduction and a concluding paragraph that suggests one simple action readers can take. See the difference? We gave it a role, a target audience, a specific topic, a word count, a desired tone, and a structure. The quality of the output will be worlds apart. The best part is that anyone can learn to be a good prompt engineer. It starts with being clear and specific. Break down complex tasks into smaller steps. Tell the AI who you want it to be by giving it a persona, like, you are a friendly travel guide, or you are an expert financial advisor. You can also provide examples of what you want, which is called few-shot prompting. Experiment, see what works, and refine your approach. It's a skill that you build over time through practice. As AI technology continues to evolve, the ability to guide it effectively will only become more valuable. It's not just about getting answers anymore. It's about collaborating with AI to create something new and better. So, the next time you open up an AI tool, don't just ask a simple question. Think like a prompt engineer. Be specific, be creative, and be clear about what you want. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve together. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's becoming absolutely essential in our increasingly AI-driven world: prompt engineering. You've probably heard the term, but what does it actually mean? And more importantly, how can you master it to get incredible results from AI models like ChatGPT, Midjourney, or Claude? Stick around, because we're about to break down the core principles that will transform you from a casual user into a pro. So, what is prompt engineering at its heart? Think of it like this. You're the director, and the AI is your incredibly talented but very literal actor. The prompt is your script and your direction. A vague direction will get you a confusing performance. A clear, detailed direction will get you an award-winning one. Prompt engineering is the art and science of crafting those perfect instructions to guide an AI to produce exactly what you want. It's not about coding or complex algorithms. It's about communication. The first and most fundamental principle is clarity and specificity. This is non-negotiable. Vague prompts lead to vague answers. Instead of asking, "Tell me about cars," which could give you anything from the history of the Model T to a list of modern SUVs, be specific. Try something like, "Explain the key differences between a hybrid vehicle and a fully electric vehicle," focusing on battery technology, range, and long-term maintenance costs for a non-technical audience. See the difference? You've provided context, specified the key points, and even defined the target audience. The more details you give the AI, the less it has to guess, and the more accurate and relevant its response will be. Next up is the principle of providing context. AI models don't know who you are or what you're trying to achieve unless you tell them. Giving context is like setting the stage. For instance, before asking for marketing copy, you should provide context about your brand. You could start your prompt with, "I am a marketing manager for a startup that sells eco-friendly, reusable coffee cups. Our target audience is environmentally conscious millennials. Our brand voice is fun, witty, and a little bit rebellious." By setting this scene, any content the AI generates will automatically align with your brand's identity and goals. Without this context, you'd get generic, soulless text that doesn't connect with anyone. The third core principle is using role-playing. This is a powerful and fun technique. You can assign the AI a specific persona or role. This helps it adopt a certain tone, style, and knowledge base. For example, you could say, "Act as an expert astrophysicist and explain the concept of a black hole to a 10-year-old using simple analogies." Or, "You are a world-class chef. Give me a recipe for a vegan lasagna that would impress even a hardcore meat eater." By giving the AI a role, you're tapping into the vast information it was trained on and instructing it to filter that information through a specific lens. This results in more creative, nuanced, and useful outputs. Our fourth principle is what I call iterative refinement. Your first prompt is rarely your last. Don't be discouraged if the initial response isn't perfect. The best prompt engineers treat the process as a conversation. If the AI's answer is too long, tell it. Summarize that in 3 bullet points. If it's too technical, say, "Explain that again, but for a complete beginner." You can refine, ask follow-up questions, and steer the conversation. For example, "That's a good start, but can you make the tone more enthusiastic and add a call to action at the end?" Each instruction refines the output, getting you closer and closer to the perfect result. Think of it as sculpting. You start with a block of stone and chip away until you have a masterpiece. Finally, let's talk about constraints and formatting. Sometimes, you need the AI's output in a very specific format. Don't be afraid to tell it exactly what you want. You can instruct it to generate a response in the form of a table, a JSON object, a list of pros and cons, or a poem. For example, create a comparison table of the top 3 project management tools with columns for features, pricing, and best for. This structures the information in a way that's immediately useful and easy to understand. By setting these boundaries, you control the output structure, not just its content. So to recap, the 5 core principles are: be clear and specific, provide context, use role-playing, practice iterative refinement, and set constraints and formatting. Mastering these principles doesn't happen overnight, but by consciously applying them, you'll see a massive improvement in the quality of your AI interactions. You'll save time, get more creative results, and unlock the true potential of these amazing tools. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this breakdown helps you on your prompt engineering journey. Hey everyone, today, we're diving deep into a skill that's becoming absolutely essential: crafting the perfect prompt. Whether you're using an AI for writing, coding, or creating images, the quality of your prompt directly determines the quality of your output. Garbage in, garbage out, right? So, let's learn how to give the AI exactly what it needs to give you amazing results. First things first, let's break down the core components of a great prompt. I like to think of it using a simple framework: role, task, context, and format. Let's call it the RTCF method. It's easy to remember and incredibly effective. Let's start with R for role. This is where you tell the AI who it should be. Are you talking to a professional copywriter, a senior software engineer, a travel blogger? Assigning a role puts the AI into a specific mindset and helps it adopt the right tone, style, and expertise. For example, instead of just saying, "write about coffee," you could say, "You are an expert coffee barista with 20 years of experience." See the difference? Suddenly, the AI has a persona. Next up is T for task. This is the most straightforward part. What do you want the AI to do? Be crystal clear and use action verbs. Write, summarize, translate, create, generate a list of, explain this concept. Don't be vague. Instead of "tell me about marketing," be specific. Write a 500-word blog post explaining the difference between inbound and outbound marketing. The more specific your task, the less room there is for the AI to guess and get it wrong. Now for C, context. This is the background information the AI needs to complete the task successfully. This is your chance to provide all the crucial details. Who is the target audience? What is the goal of the content? Are there any key points that must be included or avoided? If you want a marketing email, provide context like, the target audience is small business owners who are new to digital advertising. The goal is to get them to sign up for a free webinar. Make the tone encouraging and not too technical. The more context you provide, the more tailored and relevant the output will be. Finally, we have F for format. How do you want the output to be structured? Do you want a bulleted list? A table? A block of code in Python? A script for a short video? Specifying the format saves you a ton of time on editing later. You can ask for a specific word count, a certain number of paragraphs, or even a particular file format like JSON or Markdown. For example, present the information in a simple table with 2 columns, feature and benefit. So let's put it all together with an example. A bad prompt might be, write something about remote work. What do you think you'd get? Probably a generic, boring article. Now, let's use our RTCF framework. Role. You are a human resources manager at a leading tech company. Task. Write an internal memo to all employees. Context. The memo should announce a new hybrid work policy, highlighting the benefits of flexibility, while also outlining the requirements for in-office days. The tone should be positive and professional. Format. The memo should be around 300 words and start with a friendly opening. Can you see how much better that is? By defining the role, task, context, and format, you've given the AI a clear, detailed roadmap to follow. You're no longer just a user. You're a director, guiding the AI to create exactly what you envision. Start practicing with this RTCF structure. It might feel like a little extra work up front, but I promise you, the quality and accuracy of the AI's responses will improve dramatically. You'll spend less time rewriting prompts and more time getting incredible results. That's all for today's deep dive into prompt engineering. I hope you found this framework helpful. Give it a try and let me know in the comments how it works for you. Want to get better at talking to AI? It's all about practice. And today I'm going to show you a super simple, beginner-friendly method to level up your prompt engineering skills. You don't need any fancy tools, just your favorite AI chatbot. Let's get started. So what's the secret? It's a 3-step cycle. Prompt, analyze, and refine. PAR for short. Easy to remember, right? Let's break it down. First up, step 1, prompt. This is where you just start. Don't overthink it. Have a task in mind? Maybe you want a summary of a famous book, a recipe for chocolate chip cookies, or a catchy slogan for a new coffee shop. Just write your first, most basic prompt. For example, you could type, summarize the book, 1984. Hit enter and see what you get. The goal here is just to get a baseline response from the AI. Now we move to step 2, analyze. This is the most important part. Read the AI's response carefully. Is it what you expected? Is it too long? Too short? Does it miss key details? Is the tone right? For our 1984 example, maybe the summary is too academic, or it focuses only on the plot and misses the themes of surveillance and government control. Or perhaps it's just a wall of text that's hard to read. Your job is to be a critic. Identify everything that could be better. Write down what you liked and what you didn't. This analysis is your roadmap for improvement, which brings us to step 3, refine. Based on your analysis, you're going to rewrite your prompt. This is where you add detail and constraints. Instead of just summarize 1984, you might try something like, summarize George Orwell's 1984 in under 200 words. Focus on the main themes of totalitarianism and psychological manipulation. Write it in a clear, easy-to-understand style, suitable for a high school student. Use bullet points for the key takeaways. See the difference? We've added a word count, specified the focus, defined the target audience and tone, and even requested a specific format. Now, you run this new, refined prompt, and guess what? You go right back to step 2, analyze. Compare the new output to the first one. Is it better? Did the AI follow your new instructions? Maybe the bullet points are great, but the tone still isn't quite right. So, you refine it again. Use a more conversational and engaging tone. This loop of prompt, analyze, refine is how you learn. Each cycle teaches you more about how the AI interprets your words and how specific instructions lead to better results. Let's try another example. Say you want to generate ideas for a travel blog. Your first prompt might be, give me ideas for a travel blog. The AI will probably give you a generic list like top 10 beaches or budget travel tips. Okay, let's analyze. That's boring and unoriginal. We need something unique. Time to refine. How about this? I'm starting a travel blog focused on solo female travelers in their 20s who love adventure and cultural immersion, but are on a tight budget. Generate 10 unique and clickable blog post titles that would appeal to this audience. The tone should be inspiring and adventurous. Now you're giving the AI a persona, a target audience, and a specific goal. The results will be so much more targeted and useful. You might get titles like How I Explored Southeast Asia for a Month on 500, or The Solo Female Traveler's Guide to Staying Safe While Making Friends. Massive improvement, right? The key is to think of it as a conversation. You're not just giving a command. You're guiding the AI to understand your vision. Don't be afraid to experiment. Add roles, like act as a professional copywriter. Add constraints, like do not use the word amazing. Add examples to show the AI exactly what you want. Every time you refine your prompt, you're building your skill. So, your homework is to pick a task, any task, and run it through the prompt, analyze, refine cycle at least 3 times. See how much better your results get. It's like a game, and the more you play, the better you become at communicating with AI. This simple method is the foundation of all advanced prompt engineering. Master this, and you'll be well on your way. Today, we're rediving into a topic that's exploding right now: how to turn prompt engineering into a full-blown career. You've probably heard the term thrown around, but what does it actually take to get hired and paid for writing prompts? Let's break it down. First, let's get one thing straight. Prompt engineering isn't just about typing a simple question into a chatbot. It's a blend of art and science. It's about understanding the logic, the structure, and the nuances of how large language models think. To build a career, you need to go deep. Start by mastering the fundamentals. This means learning about different AI models like GPT-4, Claude, and Llama. Understand their strengths, weaknesses, and unique quirks. What works for one might not work for another. Your next step is to practice, practice, practice. Treat it like learning an instrument. You need daily reps. Set challenges for yourself. For example, try to get an AI to write a poem in the style of Shakespeare, then immediately switch to generating a complex piece of code for a website. Experiment with different prompting techniques like zero-shot, one-shot, and few-shot prompting. Explore chain of thought. where you guide the AI step by step. The more you experiment, the more intuitive it becomes. Document your results. Keep a swipe file of your most successful prompts and the amazing outputs they generated. This isn't just practice, it's portfolio building. Speaking of portfolios, this is your golden ticket. Nobody is going to hire you just because you say you're a prompt engineer. You have to prove it. Your portfolio should showcase your versatility, include a range of projects. Maybe you created a prompt that generates killer marketing copy, or one that helps developers debug code faster, or even a prompt that creates detailed and consistent character backstories for a video game. Show your process. Explain the problem, your initial prompts, how you iterated and refined them, and the final successful result. This demonstrates your problem-solving skills, not just your ability to write. Now, where do you find these jobs? They are everywhere, but sometimes they're hidden. Look for titles like AI Content Specialist, LLM Strategist, AI Interaction Designer, or even Machine Learning Engineer with a focus on natural language processing. Startups are a great place to look. They're often more agile and willing to hire for emerging roles. But even large corporations are building internal teams to leverage AI, and they need people who can bridge the gap between their business needs and the AI's capabilities. Networking is also key. Join online communities on platforms like Discord, Reddit, or LinkedIn. Participate in discussions, share your work, and learn from others. People who are already in the field are your best resource for finding opportunities and getting insider tips. You could also try freelancing on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr to build experience in your client base. Offer to help small businesses automate tasks or improve their content creation with AI. Each successful project adds another powerful piece to your portfolio. Finally, stay curious and never stop learning. This field is evolving at an incredible pace. What's a cutting-edge technique today might be standard practice tomorrow. Read research papers, follow AI leaders on social media, and always be playing with the latest tools and models. Your ability to adapt and learn quickly will be your greatest asset. So, to recap, master the fundamentals of different AI models, practice relentlessly, build a diverse and impressive portfolio, hunt for jobs with both traditional and non-traditional titles, network with the community, and commit to lifelong learning. It's a brand new frontier, and the opportunities are massive for those willing to put in the work. You've got this. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content on AI careers, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you in the next one.